Thank you to Liquid IV for sponsoring this video. It's a product that was already in my kitchen. I absolutely love them, and I totally think that it's something that would benefit you guys as well. And I'll tell you why after the reaction and pre-intro.
Hello, citizens of the Reject Nation! It's me, Tara Erickson, alongside
Andrew,
Flash,
Gordon.
Woo! We did it! Guess what, you guys? We're watching 1968's Planet of the Apes. We're going backwards.
Yeah.
We are not going the way that you guys probably watched it. The new trilogy, we've been there, we've done it. We know the juice there. We needed to go back to our core, the foundation.
Exactly.
We needed to go back there. How you feeling today, Flash Gordon?
I'm doing great. It's going to be interesting to see an Apes film with no Caesar, but you know, we got Charlton Heston here, and you got the year right, 1968. I'm like, I feel so useless.
He's so proud of me.
I know. What do I do now?
Oh my God, I don't know. What does he do when he can't be an encyclopedia? Because I know knowledge. Oh, but only sometimes. Don't worry, guys. It's not going to last long. Listen, you guys, you got to like this. Type in, leave a comment, tell us how cool we are. Also, don't forget to buy the real rejectnationshop.com. These are cool shirts. Go buy your shirts. We love you. And also, of course, you have to ring the bell. Ring the bell. Also, thanks to Prepper for helping us edit down these videos. We super appreciate you. And I prop into my sexy voice because if you haven't got onto Patreon yet, you can be called Super Sexy. Super Sexy Rejects or on Patreon. They give a little bit of juice and you can sync up with your own copy and watch the whole thing with me and Andrew and also Greg and John off exclusive highlights and watch alongs over there. And I know Andrew, he's trying to keep the big boy downstairs in his pants because this voice is so sexy. Everybody gets so excited. So maybe I'll cut it off now just so nobody gets too excited.
Yes, Tara is correct. We get all super sexy voices from the Patreon page.
See, he knows the juice. I think we got to get into it.
Let's do it.
Brief nudity, though.
This is 1968.
Wild.
I think you
Look
could
how
get away
old
with
that looks.
that logo.
Wow. So vintage.
6 months in deep space. According to Dr. Hasline's theory of time in a vehicle traveling nearly the speed of light, the Earth has aged nearly 700 years since we left it.
Damn.
Wow.
That's a long time.
While we've aged hardly at all.
Huh.
Got some interstellar vibes here.
The men who sent us on this journey are long since dead and gone. You
Wow.
who are reading me now are a different breed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Seen from out here, everything seems different. Time bends. Space is boundless. It squashes a man's ego.
Huh.
I feel lonely.
What's he juicing up with? Oh, I want to know.
Does man that still make war against his brother keep his neighbor's children starving?
Love how he's just smoking.
Right? In the
ship.
spaceship.
That's
right.
awesome.
Yeah. You're like 1968, baby.
Yeah. I think you could at that time still smoke in airplanes and all that in
Airplanes,
restaurants.
hospitals.
Yeah. It was not frowned upon back then.
Right. Oh, they're doing some space sleeping. Whoa, look at those pods. They're like formed already to their body. That's awesome. Oh, that looks like she's behind glass. Okay. Wow, this is cool. I bet you that's how they actually have to sleep. Like.
See, for me, this would not be comfortable. I'm kind of a side sleeper, but I guess.
But maybe if it was dug in like that, you might be pretty comfy.
Yeah, I guess so.
I gotta say, this looks really good for 1968.
Yeah,
like this is
yeah.
shot on film, and I
Yeah.
haven't seen one. I mean, we haven't watched the whole movie, but it all looks crisp
Right.
and clear to me.
Yeah.
Great focus. Charlton Heston in an Arthur P. Jacobs production.
It's like a very ominous tone. I like it.
Wow. Planet of the Apes.
Oh, Wayne's World 2. That's the other movie of his that he was in. It was a small cameo in that.
Yes, Gordon Street.
Jerry Goldsmith. That I do know. Damn, he was doing music back then. He's amazing. I believe Jerry Goldsmith, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he did the first Alien. He did Total Recall. He was composing for so many years. God rest his soul. He's a wonderful composer.
Movies.
Whoa,
Oh, that makes me dizzy.
Yeah, this is a cool POV, though.
Wow. So we're like we're in Utah or Arizona or something. Oh, okay. Are we falling down? Are we landing?
Maybe Superman's made a cameo in this movie?
Crash landing. But not really, because when you enter back from space into the Earth, you're supposed to land in water, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because remember Apollo 13?
I was
right?
literally-
Water?
Yeah.
It's a cool little set pod here.
Oh, he's got a beard, so you see the passage of time.
Wow.
That's cool.
They all do.
Yeah, good detail.
What does the lady look like?
She's got a beard also.
Exactly.
Damn. You really feel the passage of time just from that detail.
Is that
You all right?
Burt Reynolds? No, it's a lookalike.
Oh, no.
He
it's not Burt
looks like Burt Reynolds,
yeah, I was gonna say,
right?
I would have
recognized that name, but I thought maybe we missed it.
And you can see his hair is longer, too, in the back.
Yeah.
Stuart.
Oh, that's terrible.
And it's creepy.
She looks like a zombie. Whoa, that's an incredible shot. What the heck? That's like a practical effect right there.
Whoa.
That's amazing.
She's sinking. Dodge. Read the atmosphere.
This is so terrifying, too, as an actor. You're like, what's the confined space? And like, can I actually get out?
Get out, right.
Because I remember a crazy story I heard with Roy Scheider in Jaws where he almost couldn't get out.
Oh,
he wanted
that's
that
terrifying.
Space. Yeah. Whoa. Man, feeling so claustrophobic right now.
I mean, I'm okay because the back is still open, but wow, this is good job props department. That's a cool shot. Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Wow. How did they get
so
that?
curious.
Oh, this is a miniature. This is a miniature, I think.
If it is, it's
a
very
brilliant miniature,
achieved.
right?
Yeah, because I'm so convinced it's real.
It might be real, but I'm like, oh, they must have just gotten it on the highest mountain over there and then scanned around.
Whoa.
Whoa. I mean, that looks definitely real. Cool. This looks great. Whoa, awesome.
I thought he was going to jump into the raft. I was going to say, nice
right?
landing.
Like, yeah. The raft would probably topple over.
Yeah, for sure. Whoa, 3,978? That's
wow.
I'm pretty sure that's way past. I think it was like 26 something is where they were.
Right.
Damn, Jerry Goldsmith, you are so good with your scores. You're going to hear that from me a lot, you guys.
She's sinking. Going.
Gone. It's a home run.
Gone.
This guy's clearly a baseball fan.
See you later, spaceship.
We're here to stay.
His voice is great.
Oh,
It's
Charlton
like,
Heston.
What a voice,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Wow.
I was going to say, if he didn't make it in live action, he would have been okay in voice acting, probably.
Absolutely.
Well, where are we?
We're some 320 light years from Earth on an unnamed planet in orbit around a star in the constellation of Orion. Is that close enough for you?
Or Utah or Arizona. I gotta know.
That's what it does look like.
Absolutely, right? Yeah.
So you really don't know what went wrong? We weren't programmed to land in the water.
Oh.
It's like it's my fault. I was smoking in the cabin before I turned everything off.
Those are awesome backpacks. I want one of those. Just like stainless steel backpack.
I like their spacesuits too.
Yeah, those are
pretty cool.
awesome.
Let's see, one pistol, 20 rounds ammo, a medical kit, camera,
Nice.
TX9. We've got food and water enough for 3 days.
Only
Okay.
3 days?
So we've got our steaks.
Hey, I was thinking about Stuart. What do you suppose happened?
Air leak. She died in her sleep.
Damn, that sucks.
You don't seem very cut up about it.
It's a little late for a wake. She's been dead nearly a year.
Huh.
That means we've been away from Earth for 18 months.
Hard time. You've gone gray.
Oh,
Apart from that, you look pretty chipper for a man who's 2,031 years old.
that's insane.
I read the clocks. They bear out Hasline's hypothesis. We have been away from Earth for 2,000 years.
Whoa.
Give or take a decade.
They look good for their age.
They sure do. I love how their suits say ANSA. They just flip the letters around.
If there's no life here, we've got just 72 hours to find it. That's when the groceries run out. Let's go.
Which direction?
That way.
Any particular reason?
Follow the sun? I don't know.
None at all.
Love that.
That works for me.
Come on.
Where's he going? Oh, he did
like a
look. Good
burial?
for you, man. She was part of the team.
Yeah, respect, for
like,
sure.
even though it's been 18 months. It's like an evil laugh. A little bit. What's going on there?
That's an
Do
interesting...
we think he, like, killed her?
No.
I'm like...
No, I mean, if he...
That's an interesting choice.
If he did, I feel like he wouldn't laugh like that in front of them.
Right. Great. Just like such a good use of the environment with the shots. Like just wow.
Yeah, no, they're making every shot count for sure.
Agreed.
And I like how they're making the environment like kind of like a character in itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know that had to be hard, like with just setting up all these different shots with just them coming down the hill. There's already been 4 different kind of like shots, which I think is great.
Whoa.
Wow.
I like how they position the camera like that behind.
Totally.
That was cool. Like that.
That POV is insane. You know somebody's sliding down the hill with him.
That cameraman is bold.
Yeah, agreed. Whew. Yikes, you got skin knees after that.
I was going to say that's going to leave a mark or 2 or 3.
Absolutely. Those pants don't look that thick.
Look, and I love you can still see.
Still see the marks. Yeah, that's great.
It's a good touch.
Whoa, okay. All right.
Interesting. That does not look
If you
very
got seizures,
earthly.
you would be in one right now. That was so bright.
Everybody all right? Water check.
Obviously, as they get more desperate with the running out of supplies, they're going to get crazier.
Yeah.
8 ounces.
Gotta wait.
It doesn't add
That's
up.
terrible. Well, why didn't they...
Thunder and lightning and no rain.
Yeah.
Cloud cover at
Totally.
night. That strange luminosity, yet there's no moon. If we could just get a fix.
What would that tell you?
Perfect time to smoke.
So why didn't they stay by the water? I know you probably can't drink that, but you could... They're NASA people. They could filter it.
There is just one reality left. We are here and it is now. You get hold of that and hang on to it, or you might as well be dead.
I'm prepared to die.
He's prepared to die.
His laugh is so intense. Like, wouldn't smoking make you also extra thirsty? Like, bro, what are you doing?
That was my whole point.
It's
And why I
hilarious,
said this is
right?
the perfect time to smoke when you're thirsty and you're in desperate need of water.
You were the golden boy of the class of 72. When they nominated you for the big one, you couldn't turn it down. There's a life-size bronze statue of you standing out there somewhere. Well, it's probably turned green by now. Nobody can read the name.
Wow. All right. Sick burn there.
Immortality. You wanted to live forever, didn't you? Except for me and Dodge, you've lived longer than anyone ever born. And with our lovely Lieutenant Stewart dead, it looks like you're the last of the line.
He's a very sensitive guy.
Okay, you read me well enough. But why can't I read you?
Don't bother.
Interesting question.
Dodge there, he's not like me at all. But he makes sense. He'd walk naked into a live volcano if he thought he could learn something that no other man knew.
Huh.
You're no seeker. You're negative.
And I'm not prepared to die.
I'd like to know why not. You thought life on Earth was meaningless.
Yeah. Seems like it.
Okay, now it's adding up a little more.
I'm a seeker, too. But my dreams aren't like yours. I can't help thinking somewhere in the universe there has to be something better than man.
Huh. Interesting perspective.
Yeah, that's why he probably got into NASA in the first place.
or
Take me away from all the
Asna.
He wanted to get away from all the humans, and now he's just stuck with.
What's the old saying, Tara? Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Damn, that's not
Some
easy
fresh
to climb
dust
down.
right
That's
there.
not easy to climb down too.
Yeah.
With all that gear backed up on them too.
That was a great long shot. They had to come down that and not fall. Even if they would, they probably would have taken the shot.
Life.
We're not alone.
What is it, a plant? Oh, all right, baby. So there's water under there somewhere.
Wonder if the movie The Martian got any inspiration from this. I'm curious. Did you ever see that one?
I have not.
Oh, that'd be a good reaction. Let us know, guys.
Where there's one, there's another.
Let's find him.
Another great long shot.
I like how they take their time with the environment and them exploring. I'm not bored by it.
Oh,
I'm
for
so
sure. Yeah.
invested. There's some movies that don't know how to do that.
No,
Even now, they don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I think this was a little bit. Again, I don't know the type of films that were coming out back then, but I think this was an ambitious choice. Like, hey, we're going to go a little bit of a slow burn, but build up the characters and the environment a little before we meet the apes.
Totally.
I like that.
And them shooting then at dusk was amazing.
Yeah, that was a cool shot. Because we easily could have, hey, we land, and then within 5 minutes, we meet the apes.
Totally.
This was a wise choice, because now we get to spend a little bit of time with these guys.
And get invested in who they are. We've learned so much about the maniacal laugh adds up now with Charles' character. I forget his name already,
doesn't give a shit
doesn't
about
care
humans,
about humans.
seeking life on other planets, wanting to see what else is out there.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, every shot counts in this movie.
I am so gonna, when we look on IMDb later, I want to know these locations.
Yeah.
Fascinating. This must have been such a pain to film, though.
There isn't any shot that looks the same. Like it's all every like 7 seconds, there's a different shot. That takes so much setup and time.
Yeah, it's the time in between takes is the
setup to flip the world and look down here.
And then as actors, you're just chilling on these rocks all day, waiting for
to do the take. And again, they're using probably all natural. Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
Who are these? These are indigenous people, probably. Ooh, that looks sneaky.
Yeah.
They look rail thin up there.
Look.
What? Why are they formed like that? That looks spooky as all get up.
Scarecrows? Let's see.
Oh, boy. Oh, okay. They do look like scarecrows, like fake. Okay.
This music's got like my heart racing a little bit.
Uh-huh. Whoa, that's a far zoom. Okay.
Hell with the scarecrows.
Tree of Life, baby. Interesting music choice right there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is that what was?
We hear water.
That's what I was thinking. Water? Yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's the water they can drink.
I think I could be wrong. It's food you can go without for a few weeks, right?
Right,
water,
but not
3 days?
I think so. I think you're right.
Whoa.
All
oh,
right,
my goodness.
Butt naked boys.
Hey.
Bring it on. Yeah, this definitely wouldn't be G-rated now. That if you had paused that, you would have seen some.
Yeah, I was gonna say also too, in bare ass, G-rated.
Yeah, there's no way.
That's not passing today.
Taylor, look at this.
Fresh
Sand?
footprints.
Yep.
Someone gonna take their suits.
Oh, dang it.
You shall be naked the rest of the film.
Yay! But not. I don't want to see their hoo-has. I wonder if they're going to cover themselves in leaves or something.
This is why I don't go skinny dipping for this reason.
Yeah.
There's either been a passage of time or their hair dried up really quickly.
Yeah, agreed.
All their supplies are gonzo, Alonzo.
Guys, there's a white fabric in that tree that y'all missed.
This movie's doing a great job building up, again, tension and suspense.
Absolutely. With the music and the shots. And we're not really seeing what's entirely going on or where they're headed.
They didn't leave much, did they?
They left you your dignity and your pride.
I
That's
feel like
what
they ripped it all up. Okay, here we are. It's a big old family of them. Ooh. What a great reveal shot there.
Well, at least they haven't tried to bite us.
He's eating raw corn? Okay.
Ugh.
I think they're mute.
She's pretty.
Yeah, very pretty.
You're supposed to be the optimist, Landon. Look on the bright side. This is the best they've got around here. In 6 months, we'll be running this.
You ever eaten raw corn?
No, that's why I'm like, that can't be good on your digestive
Yeah, I was going to say,
system.
I've never eaten that either.
What? Ooh, spooky. Are they all going to run or what's happening?
I would imagine.
Oh,
I would
Okay.
guess they're fearful of the apes,
Yeah.
is my guess. They're the dominating force out here. My guess.
I would follow the people, guys. Yeah, okay, good.
Okay, where are the velociraptors? I want to know. Oh.
Whoa, they're close. Okay, who are the... Oh, dang it. Horses? What is this, an army?
Oh, no.
And guns?
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's great makeup,
Agreed.
especially back then, too.
Absolutely.
I'm curious how many maybe we'll see in the trivia about how long they had to be in the makeup
The
chair.
makeup for?
I
I'm
mean-
going to guess 3 hours.
I will say, I know it's not the greatest film, but Planet of the Apes, the Tim Burton one, which was the only one I've ever seen before we started watching these, the Rick Baker makeup in that was, I thought, fantastic.
Okay, I've never seen that one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, they have nets? Oh, boy, you guys are, yep, you're netting up, buddy. Oh, maybe
Whoa.
not. All right.
So he's a strategist, or maybe that just happened by dumb luck.
Maybe it was just a coincidence. Oh, man, he's going to have to go and maybe not save his buddies. Okay, they're going after him.
Yeah, but haven't we heard he doesn't give a shit about human life? So like,
Well,
is he
that's
gonna...
that's
Yeah,
Skipper.
I'm saying Charlton Heston. Is he gonna save his buddies?
No, I thought
you were
that
talking-
yeah,
oh,
I
you
was
were
talking about
the
that.
other- oh,
yeah, the
gotcha.
solo one who made it
Gotcha.
past
Oh.
the fence. Yikes! Yep. Nope. Wow, they are out for blood right now.
They're hunting.
Yeah.
We are collecting our
That
trophies.
was an awesome shot
Oh.
right there.
Oh no, is that Dodge? Is that his name?
Whoa, that's so real, you guys. You know that they actually had to do that.
Oh no, don't shoot him. Oh, buddy.
Dang.
I really like that character too. Oh.
I'm like, his name's Dodge. He should have dodged it.
Ba-dum-bum.
Yo.
Yep. Oh, right in the
Right in the
neck.
neck. You're not going to survive that.
Yeah. That really a hiding spot?
I guess. Can the horse is... Oh, not the hot one.
I was gonna say usually hotness is plot armor protection in films, but apparently not here.
Not here.
This is so chaotic.
Oh, my
Ooh.
goodness.
Ooh,
In the
he-
neck?
Yeah, right in the neck.
What?
How did he surviving
But
that?
he's still living.
Maybe didn't hit a major artery, is my
Right,
guess.
maybe
so
it
that
went right in, right out.
could be a flesh wound.
Yeah. Oh, wow, okay. The kid is homies with them.
Or I don't
Or not.
know.
Okay. I thought he looked like
Yeah,
their
it loo-
buddy
it did
for
look
a
a little-
moment because he was not struggling. Okay. This is not a good way to be. Hung upside down. Oh, he's going in with the hot girl. I feel a love story coming on.
Jeez, that's a pretty serious wound.
Yeah, it looks like it just grazed him.
Yeah, I
It
guess
doesn't
you're
look
right.
like we have a,
yeah.
have a hole in there.
Yeah, I guess you're right. More of a flesh wound.
Smile.
We are the dominating species of this planet.
Yeah. Wow, that
cool
looks
set.
yeah, agreed. That looks awesome. Oh wow, is that how they did that back in the day? That's interesting.
This is going to be an interesting reaction when you can interact with them.
Yeah.
Which one was wearing the strange clothes?
This one,
Will he live?
I don't know. This beast has lost a lot of blood.
This beast.
This place is dirty, Doctor.
These animals are dirty, and they carry communicable diseases.
Interesting, the contrast.
Such a reverse.
Yeah.
You promised to speak to Dr. Zaius about me.
I did.
The quota system's been abolished. You made it, why can't I?
What do you mean, made it? I'm an animal psychologist, that's all.
Huh.
Dr. Zaius realizes our work has value. The foundations of scientific brain surgery are being laid right here.
Wow.
They're still dirty, Doctor, and the bite is septic. There, look at that. Hold his jaw.
Oh God, what are they gonna do? What are they doing?
Time for a root canal?
Got Gosh, this looks a little bit like the cages in the first.
Oh, and
right?
Rise of
In
the Planet of the Apes,
yeah,
the one where Draco Malfoy.
Totally, yeah. Like,
I'm sure they got a little inspiration from that, for
Yeah.
that. Like here, we're gonna give some visual reference.
Good morning, Dr. Zira.
Good morning, Julius. How's our patient today?
No chain. The minute you open the door, he goes into it.
Oh, he's having problems talking now.
Interesting.
Well, and what do we want this morning?
Oh, so
remember they were all mute, the people, and now they are.
So now she doesn't know he can talk. Interesting.
Well, Bright Eye, is our throat feeling better?
See? He keeps pretending he can talk.
I don't think they're pretending.
That Bright Eyes is remarkable. He keeps trying to form words.
Ugh. This is, like you said, such an interesting reverse.
Such a reverse.
This is literally what monkeys do.
He seems to want something.
Oh, God. Is he going to grab that
Doctor.
pencil and stab her?
Again, and I'll break your arm!
Oh, no, he can write it. He wanted to write something.
Yeah.
Good morning, Your Excellency.
Dr. Zaius.
Love the different designs in the makeup.
Agreed.
They could have been lazy and said, we're just going to make everyone similar.
Bright Eyes, show him. There. Can you believe it?
Yes, amusing. A man acting like an ape.
Oh, I can't wait till he can talk again.
Most unusual. He's using that old blanket as clothing.
Huh.
I wonder how he'd score on a Hopkins manual dexterity test.
An animal?
Look, he's moving his fingers.
Huh.
Only because he saw you moving yours.
Perhaps he understood.
Man has no understanding. Dr. Zira, I must caution you. Experimental brain surgery on these creatures is one thing, and I'm all in favor of it. We can't learn anything about the simian nature from a study of man. It's sheer nonsense.
This is a great callback to the Rise because they kind of felt the same way about the apes. Yeah.
I'm also liking learning the different ideologies between these two. It's fascinating.
The sooner he is exterminated, the better.
Is this the one you wanted, Doctor?
Ah, yes, thank you. Bright Eyes, I've got a present.
Oh, boy. It's a pretty good present.
I was going to say, I've gotten much worse presents than that.
Yeah. Like, she's stunning, you guys. I'm like, why don't either of us recognize her from further films? Like, she probably was in them. I just haven't seen them. But I would be stunned if this was the only thing she did after this because she is, like, stunning to look at.
And this reminds me of the third movie. Remember where they were in that cage in the middle?
Totally. Yeah.
Though it's not as cold here.
Right.
Cornelius.
Do you have to work tonight?
No.
Neither do I.
Ooh.
Oh,
What are we
we've got
gonna
a
be?
little romance going on.
Oh, that's so cute.
There's Bright Eyes.
What's so special about him?
Hello, Bright Eyes. How's our throat?
I love how kind she is.
Yeah.
Oh, right in the sand.
Good morning, Dr. Zaius. You, know my, Dr. Cornelius?
I hear you're planning another archaeological expedition.
With the Academy's approval, sir.
The project will require my support, of course.
I hope I may
No,
count.
don't erase.
No.
As you dig for artifacts, be sure you don't bury your reputation.
But also, that doctor probably wouldn't like that. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Is he get because they'd have the
Oh.
yikes. Oh wow.
Well, he's a trained ANSA or whatever it's called, so he should be able to fend for himself.
Yeah, he can.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, whoa.
You heard him. Take him inside.
Damn.
Yikes.
What's Dr. Zira trying to prove?
That man can be domesticated.
Right.
Oh.
See, like, I think they were erasing it to hide it from the doctor.
Yeah. Well, he definitely did there, Dr. Zaius, right?
Totally, right.
But,
I was just wondering if he hadn't shown up, if they would have not tried to erase it in front of her because
Right.
she's more an advocate.
of course. She's pro man.
Sorry, Bright Eyes.
That pen and paper's right there in her shirt if she doesn't back away.
Julius! I told you what you'd get.
Julius, don't. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God, here we go. He's writing something down, y'all. Oh.
My name is Taylor. I think that's what it says.
He's gonna throw it out.
Natural
Don't throw it
born
out. You better look at that piece of paper, lady.
My name is Taylor.
Or Skipper. What are they called? Oh, yep. Good.
I saw a little bit of it when it hit the ground.
Taking him out of here.
He's vicious, Doctor. Besides, it's against the rules.
Do as I say.
This is like a psychologist's dream.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't hurt me, would you, Taylor?
I'm liking the chemistry on these
Yeah.
two. I don't know how Cornelius is going to feel about this.
Right.
Humans can't write.
Dear, you're a scientist. Don't you believe your own eyes?
Have him do it right there.
Where did you learn to do this?
On Earth.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Cool.
Okay.
Back on that planet you say you came from?
I'd say take them to the ship, but unfortunately it's underwater.
Dodge was killed in the hunt. What happened to Landon? I don't know.
They fell out of the sky with you.
Well, we saw Landon fell into the water, right? That's what I remember.
Not fell, flew.
Flight is a scientific impossibility.
And even if it weren't, why fly? Where would it get you?
Space.
I've never seen someone so amazed by a paper airplane.
That's great.
Yeah,
they've
but they've never seen it. Yeah,
seen
of
it.
course, of course.
Do you have maps?
We're here. You were captured here.
Where did you land?
You fell into the water here, marched across the desert, many days and nights, and reached the jungle.
Out of the question.
Mm-hmm.
No creature can survive in the Forbidden Zone. I know. I've been there. I've seen it.
Then how do you account for me?
I don't. And I'm not going to try.
Non-believer.
Yeah.
Cornelius has developed the most brilliant hypothesis that the ape evolved from a lower order primate, possibly man.
This is such a fascinating story.
Exactly.
What it tailors exactly the proof you needed. A missing link between the unevolved primate and the ape.
Well, if you were a missing link, the sacred scrolls wouldn't be worth their parchment. Now, we both have fine futures. I'm up for a raise.
Oh, we can't ruin that.
Dr. Zaius.
Did you forget our appointment, Cornelius?
Is that his brother? They look exactly like.
No, Dr. Maximus, of course, our commissioner for animal affairs.
Yes, sir, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You can see how he looks, his body language in his eyes, how he looks down on him.
Yeah.
What is this?
Cornelius's face.
It floats on the air.
Nonsense.
I feel like he knows more than he's letting on.
He does. That's why he's covering it up. I'm also wondering if there's a direct reference. Remember Bright Eyes in the first one? And he's being called Bright Eyes, dude.
Oh, right.
And I'm like, I've been trying to figure out how that links together.
Taking number 4 over to surgery in 5 minutes. Have him ready.
Dr. Zira won't like it.
These orders come from Dr. Zaius himself. There's nothing she can do about it.
The problem is he understands everything you're saying.
Yeah.
If only you knew what they're going to do. Stay still now. Don't give me any trouble.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cheeto Chop.
Yeah. He can fight. Kung Fu.
Dude, take the beautiful
She's not
woman
gonna
with
go
you.
with him. Okay. All right. Get out of there. You better run quick. I would take one of the horses. Where are the horses at? Oh, you missed it. He's right behind you.
I love how fearful they are of man.
Yeah, right?
Well, like it's a wild beast.
Human on the loose.
Well, yeah, it's like it's a wild beast.
Like if we saw an ape on the loose running around, we'd probably be like, what are we?
What are you talking about? We'd be like, ape.
I know, right?
Yes, he has found peace in heaven. He was a model for us all, a gorilla to remember, defender of the faith.
It's a great set.
Yeah, it's really cool. All the sets are awesome in this movie.
Yeah, agreed.
He was a
Like that statue is
kind.
That's a solid stat. Shoot.
The dear departed.
Look at the little one.
He's so cute.
He is adorable.
I met an ape I didn't
The little one's gonna spot you.
Oh my god. Oh, the little kid.
Get rid of that creature.
No, no, no. Now they're going to capture you again.
Catch it.
Ooh.
What's he going to do? Oh, he got out of there.
Uh-oh.
A horse. Take the horse. No. Come on. Oh, no. Bro, take that net and net one of them off the horses. Okay. All right. Okay.
Ooh.
Yes.
He knows how to ride
Get
a
on
horse.
that horse.
Come on, listen
Let's
to
go,
Tara.
baby. Oh, what? He's not
he's
jumping
right
down
there.
to get on the horse?
That's what I thought he was gonna do.
Skipper, what are you thinking?
Oh, you could so tell that was a stunt guy. That was so obvious.
Like, come on.
That's always funny in movies when it's so obvious it's a stunt guy.
Right, where they don't get the stature of the wig quite right.
Ah.
Oh, here we go. That's going to be impossible to get out of, right? I mean...
If you would have listened to Tara and got on a horse.
Like, what was that about? Why'd you even knock the guy off? Okay, maybe not. All right.
All right, never mind. You know what you're doing.
Okay, use that bad boy to hook him in. Oh no, he let go of the weapon.
Whoa,
guys, I'm
cool
not
shot.
That's a great shot. He's leaving some useful items behind, which I don't enjoy, but I do enjoy this race.
Come on, Quintus.
Is that him? Oh, I thought that was him standing
I know,
still
right?
right
But
there.
no, is that their museum of man? Wow, that's great.
Maybe he's going to pretend he's one of them?
Yeah, I would. He's a little more tan, but hey.
Yeah. Are they going to notice?
Probably not. I am losing it over this set. This set is amazing.
Looks like they're alive still because
I
they're
know,
kind of moving.
I was trying to figure out, it looks like they're humans just like, oh, freeze, you're going to play. Because that would cost a lot of money to build all those statues. So I think they are real humans. Oh, except for maybe Dodge.
Dodge?
Yeah.
Wow. He almost got shot in the neck again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dang it.
Well, I think in real life it is humans, but they're just having this hold, and it's just a tough job.
Totally. Oh, whoa. He keeps getting out of these.
Yeah, again, obvious stunt double.
Yeah, agreed.
Sorry that I have to point that out. It's just funny.
These zoom in shots are so much. Okay, maybe get in the water and swim away? Do they think you can't swim? Come on, buddy. You know how to ride a horse. You know how to swim. What are we doing
you're
here?
from Indiana.
Let's do this. Yikes. Okay, he's just going to get captured.
I was going to say, at this point, they might want to execute you. Definitely need to get away.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. That's it.
Whoa.
Security police.
I'm in charge of this man.
No longer, madam. He is now in the custody of the Ministry of Science.
Take your stinking paws off.
Oh, my God. He can talk. Wowza.
The reaction from all the apes was worth getting to this point.
Like, was he faking it the entire...
That was amazing.
Only you.
Can she talk too?
You know the... No. Yeah, me Tarzan, you Jane.
This is... I understood that reference.
God, that's terrible. Yikes, he's actually doing that to, like, that, yeah. That would be a tough shot to do.
Yeah.
'Cause that is a hard hose right there.
Yeah, and that's not warm water either.
No, God, no.
I'm sure that Dr. Zaius, or whatever his name is, thinks he's a threat of their way of life.
Yeah. Okay, they're separating her. Why is she still... All the rest of them are mute.
Well,
He's not.
Well, I think they've never been educated to speak like... I don't know.
Except, yeah, because he is from somewhere different.
Right. He got educated. Hey, I like madhouses, especially around Halloween time. They definitely don't want him to mate. No more talking humans.
Right.
Now I don't even have you. Imagine me needing someone.
Again, his hair dried really quickly.
Agreed.
Oh, there were women, lots of love-making, but no love.
That was the kind of world we'd made. So I left, because there was no one to hold me there.
She kind of looks like Miley Cyrus right there.
Do you love me, I wonder? Can you love?
I'm pretty sure.
Bro, she's known you for 2 days. She does look like she's got love in the eyes, though.
That's enough time.
Yeah,
You get to know someone, you know?
Sure, yeah.
You're not as smart as Stewart, but
Tell her like it's... Tell her straight.
you're the only girl in
Pretty sure. I have a feeling Landon is still alive. We haven't seen a body.
She's smiling like she understands.
I taught you to smile.
I don't know if you taught her or not. She seems like she understands.
I'm pretty sure these guys are in command of Dr. Zaius or something, because this doesn't seem very friendly.
No. I wonder if they put her away. The nice one, the psychologist.
Get off the bar. Right back on.
Right back on. That's great. How she's looking at him. Oh, yikes.
Right back on again.
Yeah. Sort of like a dog. Like right? With its like owner in a way.
I'm really loving this film.
Yeah. Again, great statue in the background, cool chairs, like
I gotta imagine these sets, especially in '68.
Everything is just amazing, right?
Took so long to make.
And I think that's why I keep calling it out, because I'm like, you guys, this is so long ago, and it looks phenomenal. What is this? A water or one of those court things?
Where have you been? Why didn't you come see me? What is this?
A hearing.
Be clever. Be quiet.
Oh.
Oh, see, it is a gavel, I think, those things.
Be seated!
Oh, maybe not.
So is this his attorney and lead counsel?
Bailiff, you got instructions to clean up the beast. Rags he's wearing give off a stench that's offensive to the dignity of
Yeah,
his
we can smell it through the screen.
Oh, get naked, buddy. He's got a good boonda. That means bum.
At the very least, this man has the right to know whether there's a charge against him.
This exhibit is indeed a man. Therefore, he has no rights under ape law.
He is unlike any man you have ever seen, as we hope to prove.
Prove it. Get it, girl.
In all fairness, you must admit that the accused is a non-ape and therefore has no rights under ape law.
Then why is he called the accused?
Let us warn our friends that they endanger their own careers by defending this animal.
But it's science, y'all. Like, what are you...
The Almighty created the ape in his own image. He gave him a soul and a mind. That he set him apart from the beasts of the jungle. The proper study of apes is apes. But certain young cynics have chosen to study man. Perverted scientists who advance an insidious theory called evolution.
Y'all have a museum dedicated to it.
Dr. Zira and a corrupt surgeon named Galen experimented on this wounded animal.
Oh. Where's your evidence?
No.
That's a lie.
Mind your tongue, madam.
Show us the receipts, bro.
Did we create his mind as well? He can think. He can reason.
That can reason. Allow me to expose this hoax by direct examination.
Great, because then he can prove it.
Tell the court, Bright Eyes, what is the second article of faith?
I know nothing of your culture. I admit that.
Of course he doesn't know our culture because he cannot think.
Oh, my God. You guys.
Tell us, Bright Eyes, why do men have no soul? What is the proof that a divine spark exists in the simian brain?
It didn't really prove anything.
You must be able to tell him what...
Read this for me.
He wrote that pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Or I think that's maybe why he was on his knees. He might have been right in the
No. I know he was sitting on his knees, but
I agree.
I can't write that fast, but that's just me.
On defense, he requests that the following statement be read into the record.
Yes.
I have come to you from a planet in a different solar system. I am an explorer in space.
Stop right there. Let me see that.
Don't rip it.
Oh, God. He's going to throw it away. Oh, no, but he's not the guy who threw the thing away. That guy's next to him.
That's him.
Yeah.
This is a joke.
Is it a joke to seek the truth about this man?
Dr. Zira, you stayed here. There is a ship from outer space.
Where is the ship?
Oh, they got to go to the...
Bright Eyes had 2 intelligent companions with him at the time of his capture.
Yeah, one of them's in the museum.
And Landon's still alive, I believe.
Yeah, I mean,
In addition to Bright Eyes, I believe the prosecutor has reassembled all the surviving humans that were captured in the hunt. I suggested we go take a look at it.
Okay.
That's him. That's
Landon.
The tall one in the back.
Is he in comatose state? Because it kind of
He
looks
like it, right?
Do you acknowledge kinship with any of these creatures?
With one of them, yeah.
Identify him then.
I don't think he's going to be able to talk.
He's probably not. Because I also am like, why was he mute? I mean, I guess the bullet, but what do they do with the needle?
Oh, no.
Oh, they experiment on him with the needle thing or something.
Did you know about this?
I swear I never saw this man before.
You did it. You cut up his brain, you bloody baboon! Shut him!
That sucks. Yeah, he just won't allow men to be intelligent. I mean, obviously, it's an ideology thing that apes shall always be dominant, or there's some kind of back history of some kind with Dr. Zaius or Zaius, however you say his name. But I'm thinking it's just more of a dominance thing. Like
I agree.
humans
A
shall,
power position.
yeah, like humans shall not have any kind of intelligence. They're just wild beasts, and let's keep it that way for power positioning structure.
The human specimen you saw outside suffered a skull fracture in the course of the hunt.
Skull fracture does not look like a perfect U.
Look more like a lobotomy.
Two fine veterinary surgeons under my direction were able to save his life, but the beast could not speak, of course.
You made him not speak.
You cut out his memory, you took his
Yeah.
identity, and that's what you want to do to me?
Yeah.
Gag the animal.
Ugh.
He does come from somewhere in the Forbidden Zone. I have been there.
You visited the Forbidden Zone?
With the special permission of the Academy.
His travel permit was cancelled immediately.
But not before I discovered evidence of a simian culture that existed long before the sacred scrolls were written.
All right.
Sustain your archaeological theories have no bearing on the disposition of this creature.
God.
They are the worst.
This is such a biased court.
Yeah.
As an animal psychologist, I have found no physiological defect to explain why humans are mute.
Objection! Sustain!
Their speech organs are adequate.
I shall not listen to your dirty words.
Oh, look, no, hear no, speak no evil. It's the monkey thing.
Tara's catching all the details.
You go too far! I think an indictment is in order.
Yes, sir. State charges Dr. Zira and Cornelius with contempt of this tribunal, malicious mischief, and scientific heresy.
Oh, my God.
This is the worst court ever. Why even have this case? Like, you guys already made up your minds before.
Yeah, I mean, they're not even hearing him out. And also, I mean, I think what Cornelius and her name, I keep forgetting, they need to just... Zaius, like, need to just take him and go to the Forbidden Zone.
Yeah, they need to help him escape. This is ridiculous.
They all have to. You got to get out of there.
I mean, you guys have different ideologies anyways from... You don't belong here.
Right. I agree. Start your own land over there with the smart man, and let's see what we can do.
At the moment, your two simian friends and sponsors are free on bail. They'll soon be brought to trial for heresy.
Yee.
Jeez. Can't catch a break.
Your case was preordained.
See?
That's what, yes.
Oh, yeah, it was obvious.
You made it possible for us to expose Zira.
Zira.
Zira. Gosh, yeah.
Now the tribunal has placed you in my custody.
Oh, the worst place to be.
So we're going to take out chunks of your brain.
You realize what that means?
No.
Lobotomy.
Emasculation to begin with.
They're going to cut off his...
However, I have it in my power to grant a reprieve.
Okay, why would you do that?
Under what condition?
Yeah, give us the juice here.
Tell me who and what you really are and where you came from, and no veterinary shall touch you.
Yeah, like...
I told you that at that hearing of yours.
You lied!
Show him the paper airplane!
You don't believe that prosecutor's charge that I'm a monster created by Dr. Zira?
Certainly not.
This guy's evil.
Well, no, it's good. Because he doesn't believe it, but he still believes.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, he's still going to take him out, even though he knows somewhat of the truth.
Yeah.
Appearance of one mutant send you into a panic.
Because you're not unique.
And you admit that...
I admit that where there's one mutant, there's probably another and another and another, a whole nest of...
Okay.
You shall not threaten our way of life.
I give you just 6 hours to make a full confession. After that, I shall use surgery to obtain one.
He's not going to be able to talk after that.
Return this creature to his cage.
Because you're afraid of me! What are you afraid of, Doctor?
Yeah, like, he hasn't tried to hurt you. It's like, why not just let him be around and learn from him? That's exactly what are you afraid of? And I think it's because it could take over.
Yeah, this is something I never thought I'd see in my life. An ape smoking is that a cigar?
Yeah, I think it was. I wonder if Bright Eyes is going to ask him for one.
I'm from the Office of Animal Affairs.
What do you think?
That male is to be transferred to the zoo.
Is this the breakout?
I think so.
The Anti-Vivisectionist Society is up in arms.
I think he made that up.
If he can speak, he belongs in a public zoo. But what'll probably happen is that some money-mad grown-up will put him in a circus.
Yes, he must entertain us. Profits over humanity or ape-manity.
Then we'll have to pay to see what rightfully...
Stop making speeches and show me the order.
Oh, did he fake an order?
I would assume so.
Good, guys. Good.
Yes, he did.
Oh, good.
Knockout time.
This order's no good. It must be countersigned by Dr. Zaius. Grab him!
Oh.
Nice.
So you can talk. I'm Dr. Zira's nephew.
Oh, I thought...
You thought that was Cornelius?
I did for a second.
It did look like him. I like how the cigar's still staying in the mouth. That's cool. You gotta take her with you.
She comes along too.
Yeah, good.
Zira doesn't want your female.
I want her.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I mean, she's like the prettiest girl I've seen in a minute. Like, she's just so naturally beautiful.
I told you not to bring the other one.
He wouldn't leave her.
Oh, all right. Come on.
Do I detect a hint of jealousy?
Yeah.
You're with Cornelius.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I hope nothing happens to Cornelius.
I
I worry.
Stuff stinks.
Well, so do you, like all men.
Ah.
All men look alike to most tapes. So put it on and keep quiet, and we may just get away with this. Hurry.
I hope by the end of this, Taylor teaches her how to speak. She hasn't spoke one word, and I would like to hear her.
I like also, too, we're seeing a bit of development with Taylor. Like, he could not give two shits about humans when we started the film.
Right, and now he cares about her.
Yeah, and he cares about her because we saw when after Stewart died and you saw Landon building, like, having the memorial.
Yeah.
He was laughing maniacally about it.
Right. He probably cares about her because she can't talk back.
No, I know, but still, it's nice to see him having a care for others.
I agree.
That's good development.
Cornelius!
These horses are probably like, why are these apes riding us?
I know. I was wondering about that too. Like,
Do you have any weapons, any guns?
The best, but we won't need them.
I'm glad to hear it. I want one anyway.
Yeah. Ants aside, coming back.
Now look here, Taylor, I'm in charge of this expedition.
Good for you. But you're not in charge of me. Not anymore.
Well, I'm in charge of this gun, so now what? I'd say that was a Princess Bride reference, but this came out a little before that.
We're going back to the diggings I worked at over a year ago.
All right.
Near the place where you claim you landed from that planet of yours.
Still don't believe me, do you?
Well, he'll be able to prove it now.
It's a long detour to Dead Lake. What would we find?
Empty rubber life raft, maybe a little flag, the emblem of my countrymen.
Oh, right, because Landon put that.
He buried it for her.
I ought to thank you for saving me. You'll be in trouble for that.
We've been in trouble since the moment we met you. We'd better get started. If the mounted police pick up our trail, they'll come this far at least.
Right.
Okay. We made it this far already.
Maybe it's apes pretending to be scarecrows. They've just been frozen this whole time, acting like statues.
Oh, they
Almost
just
got like a Western vibe now to it.
Agreed.
This is going full circle, Tara, back from the beginning.
See, buddy, that wagon is right behind you when you first escaped, and the horses. Now look how you're doing it. This is a beautiful shot. This has to be Arizona or Utah or something.
That's what I was thinking as well.
I wonder if that's her real hair.
Oh my God! Please don't.
Jump.
Make that.
No.
Where does this river lead to?
It flows into a sea some miles from here.
That's the sea they have to get to.
Why do you call this a forbidden zone?
It's an ancient taboo set forth in the sacred scroll. The lawgiver pronounced this whole area deadly.
You guys, the sound in this, their voices, do not sound ADR. And there are movies that came out after this that I'm like, that's ADR and it doesn't sound good. The echo in that sounded great. And every time they speak, I'm like, I think they're just mic'd really well, possibly with a lav and a boom. But I still am like, dude, this was so long ago. Like, bravo.
And those were on wide shots, too.
Agreed.
That was impressive.
He's just eating some grass.
Right, it makes sense that he has to hold it because she's not going to know how to ride. Nice touch. He's shaving.
All right.
Probably got to feel so good. I can tell you right now, beards like that are so itchy.
Oh, look at her looking at him. Like, oh, what is this I see?
I love how fascinated that they are by everything he does.
Why did you do that? Scrape off your hair.
In my world, when I left it, only kids your age wore beards.
Beards? I don't go in for fads.
Somehow, it makes you look less intelligent.
What?
That's very funny.
I've actually been seeing a couple requests on the channel for me to shave off my mustache, Tara.
Oh, are you going to do it, Andrew?
No, I can't.
Why not? We could actually do it on a reaction.
Just do it right now.
Yes.
Here, I'll do it while we're watching
The next reaction, let us know if you want him to shave his
No,
mustache
I'm not
off.
doing that. You know, I've had this since Top Gun Maverick. That was the film that inspired me to
Oh,
grow
so
it.
are you going to keep it forever?
I don't know forever, but definitely for a while. It makes me look intelligent.
Does it?
If there's any more shooting, Dr. Zaius, you'll be the first to go.
Taylor, you are not in command here. Put down that gun.
Shut up. I see you've brought the female of your species. I didn't realize that man could be monogamous.
On this planet, it's easy.
I love how they're dressed like cavemen.
Totally.
If you're convicted of heresy, the most you'll get is 2 years.
That's not bad.
If you persist in pointing guns in my direction, you'll hang for high treason.
That's worse.
I've seen some of your fossils and artifacts. They're worth.
There's your Minister of Science, honor-bound to expand the frontiers of knowledge.
Exactly. He's against all of it.
Except that he's also chief defender of the faith.
There is no contradiction between faith and science.
Ha ha!
Taylor, I would much rather that...
Take it easy. You saved me from this fanatic. Maybe I can return the favor.
Nah.
Come take a look.
Find some real evidence of another culture from some remote past. Will you let them off?
Of course.
Let's go up to the cave.
Good argument. I don't know why the apes never argued that before.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the actors in the ape suits, like how they're able to still emote with their facial expressions.
Totally.
You've got to stay here and guard the camp.
Always giving orders, just like every other adult.
Relax. You'll get to see it all later on.
Poor kid. He's got to be on the lookout.
It's always the best part. It's the safest duty.
There are geologists from my staff would laugh at your speculation.
Well, they're also biased, you know.
But there's the doll, sir.
What does this prove? My granddaughter plays with human dolls.
What?
Keep digging, Cornelius. You'll find evidence of the master of this house, an ape.
Come on, give him some more proof.
What are you doing?
Reconstructing a past life.
Oh, okay, great.
Whoever owned him must have been in pretty bad shape. He wore false teeth and eyeglasses.
Oh.
Detective Taylor.
Love it.
He was a weak, fragile animal, but he was here before you, and he was better than you are.
That's lunacy. I can offer alternate descriptions of every one of those articles, which is just as ingenious as yours. But it'll be conjecture, not proof.
Whoa, the doll talks.
They remind you of Chucky a little.
It reminds me of Barbie.
Dr. Zaius, would an ape make a human doll that talks?
But yes, it does remind me of Chucky, too. They came back to take over. Okay.
Oh. We had a deal.
Don't
don't
shoot her.
shoot her.
Don't shoot Noah. Oh.
Come on, use your ancest skills.
I know. I'm like, he's probably a pretty good shot. Maybe better than these guys, I would assume.
Whoa!
Yeah, nice shot. Okay. Is that his last bullet? I mean, I don't know how many of those keep.
Cornelius! Zira! Help me!
Uh-oh.
I ought to kill you right now. Come on.
Using him as a human or an ape shield.
Cease fire! Withdraw!
Okay, all right, smart.
They took me by surprise. What's happened to honor?
Right?
How are you feeling?
Disillusioned. You can't trust the older generation.
He's in pretty good shape, Charlton Heston.
Over here. Sit down.
Get a taste of your own medicine.
Exactly.
We're on the same page.
Bingo. Wait, there you go.
Should have said, taste of your own medicine, doctor. Y'all know that reference.
Don't Don't treat him like that. It's humiliating.
The way I was humiliated by all of you?
Yeah, exactly. How are you not seeing the...
That was different. We thought you were inferior.
Now you know better.
Yep.
Man was here first. You owe him your science, your culture, whatever civilization you've got.
Then answer me this. If man was superior, why didn't he survive?
I'm curious the answer. It's got to be something different than.
Beware the beast man, for he is the devil's pawn. Alone among God's primates, he kills for sport, or lust, or greed. Let him not breed in great numbers, for he will make a desert of his home and yours.
Interesting.
Drive him back into his jungle lair, for he is the harbinger of death.
Has he done that yet? You guys? I mean,
I found nothing in the cave to alter that conception of man, and I still live by its injunction.
Good job, little dude.
Where will you go?
To start with, I'll follow the shoreline and my nose. No.
are you gonna take her with you?
He's gotta...
I mean, yeah, you can't leave her there. Otherwise, you condemn her.
How about coming along? Better than going to jail for heresy.
Oh, they can convict us of heresy? You've helped prove our innocence.
Well, good luck then.
They're like, what's this? I
like how
that
his fist is.
Yeah, right?
Doctor, I'd like to kiss you goodbye.
What?
Oh, she would love that, judging by her look.
Cornelius is like, hell no.
He's right there.
All right, but you're so damned ugly.
Nah. I don't know how I feel about that with Cornelius and Nova.
Interesting.
I get it. They had chemistry and all that, but that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
I mean, if I was Cornelius, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
It still doesn't give me the why. Planet where apes evolved from men? There's got to be an answer.
Don't look for it, Taylor.
He's gonna.
You may not like what you find.
I mean, whatever he finds has got to be better than staying there, and right? I mean, because otherwise they're going to send him to get a lobotomy. I'm surprised they don't just come chasing right at. Well, he's got the gun, I guess. So never mind. I can't really say that.
Well, these guys might.
Yeah, but again, he's got the gun.
Well, they did too. They still have some weapons.
Let him go. Lieutenant, fetch your explosive.
Oh my God, he's gonna blow up the cave. Just getting rid of evidence. No, this is not fair.
There will be no dog. There can't be.
He needs to be put to death. This guy is no doctor.
Why must knowledge stand still? What about the future?
I am protecting our future.
I may just have saved it for you.
Yeah.
No. Well, even if he blows up that cave, there's more caves out there where they could find some more fossils, so.
Bye-bye cave. Ugh.
All right.
About that kiss I laid on earlier. That's all good, right? We're still an item.
She might not even know what a kiss is then. She might not even know that even meant anything.
She's like, you're so good looking. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's all good. And you shaved for me. No other man would shave.
What is that thing? That looks like an artifact. Is that the boat coming up? Oh, no. Oh, my God. Is that the Statue of Liberty?
I think
what is this?
so, yeah. Yeah, it looks like the head, right? The crown on the top.
Yeah, but why would it be there now?
So wait, he's been on Earth the whole time? That's a twist.
Ew.
Really did it. You maniac! You blew it up! Oh, damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Whoa.
wow. Wow, okay.
So my understanding is they just evolved over all the years that he was gone, right?
Right. I mean, they kind of blew up the world in a way.
Right.
So it's not what he remembers at all in any way, shape, or form. And maybe that's why the ape was like, you're not going to like what you see.
Damn.
Wow.
That must have been the craziest ending at the time. Like, what
like,
the
what?
shit? Ah.
Wow.
Whoa.
Linda Harrison is Nova's name. I feel like maybe now I kind of know the name. I'm not sure of the girl that I'm like, wow, she was really, wow.
Reject Nation, I am here to talk to you today about something that I value very much, and I hope you will learn to value it too. And if you already do, then I got an amazing recommendation for all of you. Now, many of you guys have been so kind to notice that Sir Gregory over here has been getting in a little bit of a better shape as of late in the past year or so. I mean, I'm just looking at everybody loves the guy who flexes on camera. No one finds that annoying or like they're trying to get attention. I'm only doing it to make a point that I've been taking health and fitness quite serious, mainly because I really like to feel more energetic in a more natural way, helps me focus. I just feel better overall. And one thing I've really noticed that is very, very important to me is proper hydration. Sometimes you might just casually see me sipping on one of these, no big deal. But sometimes I don't want to just like fill my body up with so much water before getting on camera and getting some of that water bloat or whatever that might occur. And it's also important to get electrolytes after sweating a bunch, because if there's one thing I notice is that after I exercise, do I feel a high from it? Absolutely. But if I don't replenish my body properly afterwards, I slowly get drained. I feel more foggy-minded. I feel more fatigued. And that's why this is something I've already been using, and I am so happy to be partnered with them. It is Liquid IV. I've only got 3 packets left. I need to order more. And what's so great about it is that after using these, I always feel way more refreshed. I feel like I feel more focused. Sometimes I might get a little bit of a head pain. It helps relieve a lot of that. And it's more than just working out. Sometimes you might just be really tired or have an exhaustive day. Like, for example, sometimes we're working all day and then we got to shoot a show at midnight or something like that. And I need energy. I need to be alive on camera. And I usually take a hydration formula, and Liquid IV is a very, very reliable one. So while drinking water is, of course, very important, Liquid IV can provide the same hydration as drinking 2 to 3 bottles of water. That's like efficient. They're, of course, packed with a lot of essential vitamins. They're vegan, soy-free, gluten-free, dairy-free. You can customize the water amount to your taste. They have a lot of options, and the reason I love this one is because throughout the week, I usually have a no sugar added diet, and this one right here, it's sugar-free, so it's perfect for me. So yes, it's great for post-night recovery, traveling, maybe having a big night out after, So if you want to improve your endurance, you want to improve your overall well-being, you want to be hydrated, it is extremely important to vitality. So to boost your hydration and also boost support for the channel, would love to stay sponsored with these guys. Considering that we do use these products and we really vouch for them and really do think you would benefit from them, you can go to liquidiv.com and use promo code REJECTS. Once again, that's liquidiv.com, promo code REJECTS. Remember, it's not a real IV, but it sure feels like it. That's comedy gold.
Producers
okay.
expressed their
Yeah.
appreciation to the National Park Service, United States Department of the Interior, for its cooperation in the production of this motion picture.
National parks. So we probably were in, and we can look up those facts in a minute, but Utah or I think Arizona.
It's somewhere like that, I would assume.
Somewhere
yeah.
around there in one of those national parks. And wow. Okay. I really like this movie. The thing that I love the most is that you really didn't even go more than 7 seconds without an alternate angle of a shot. And there is some long shots in this as well. And man, oh man, I really just hats off to the sound. This is so long ago, and I see movies that are in 90s and 2000s, and I'm like, that ADR is off, or it very clearly sounds like
Good
ADR,
point.
and why are we doing that? And I never got that vibe here. And we didn't even have advanced editing software back then. So I'm really amazed at how well this is put together. And obviously all the actors were great. Really great, really believable. The one, the one part that I got issue with, it's not even a big issue, is just when he first makes his escape, he's leaving weapons behind. He had a net. I'm like, he could have used that
didn't get on
net.
a horse.
He didn't get on a horse. He knocked the one ape off, but didn't keep it. And then he had another weapon that he left behind as he was running around. I'm like, you know me about the leaving the weapons behind. He didn't jump on that horse, which I did not like. But obviously, if he had, wouldn't have made for such a good story. Right. Now, what are your first thoughts? Tell us.
I really enjoyed it. It's interesting because I know most people have probably seen this film first, and then, again, there's so many, but then come to the trilogy that we had just watched. And again, that's one of, for me, I don't know how you all feel, but I think it's one of the greatest trilogies ever.
True. I'm
and also
with him
just,
on that.
Just Caesar's journey, I thought that was awesome. But having said that, I really appreciated this. Again, as you said, the foundation. I love the reversal too, just how like man are the beasts now.
Yeah.
And, you know, apes are the evolved ones and the intelligent ones, as you say. And I thought that was an interesting way to angle the story. I thought, like, again, very fascinating. And I love how the film really starts at the beginning. It's a very slow burn, but you don't feel that slow burn because you're so enthralled with the environment, just getting used to everything. And obviously we start in the spaceship and just they let us know like, oh, it's, again, I know this is way past Interstellar. I'm just making it simple in terms of like the time. Have you seen Interstellar, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just didn't want to spoil in case you hadn't seen it. Just the whole like time works differently out in space. Like it's way into the future, but it's at a slow burn for us. It's what normal time feels for us. It's you know, time goes way faster on Earth. So I thought that was an interesting and quick way to let us know what we're in for in terms of the future. And again, like I love that you don't feel that slow burn, but again, we're getting to know these characters and feeling the environment. And again, I love that they didn't rush into the apes, and especially back then in '68. Yeah, you know what the movie is the title, but it's again building up suspense and tension, and then we get to meet the indigenous. Did I say that right? Indigenous.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Tara.
Yeah.
Got to take a speech class from you. But we get to meet them, which is, again, fascinating because the intelligent level is not as evolved as the apes and as it was previously on Earth. So I thought that was a fascinating touch, and they took, you know, the astronauts' clothes, or the asna, or however you say they took their clothes and all of that, and just again seeing the actors. Well, you have Taylor, you have Landon and Dodge. Just seeing how they're reacting to the environment on top of getting to know them. I thought that was just fascinating character development in general, like. Because this is how we would probably read. They were like the audience for us too. Like this is a fascinating experience because we're kind of reacting like this too with them. It's like we're kind of living vicariously through these characters.
Right.
So I thought that was fascinating of world building here at the beginning. And then when the apes started hunting, I was like, holy crap, not expecting that at all.
Agreed.
So I just thought that the story was just so enthralling and so interesting. And then, you know, we'll get into the rest of the plot from there, but what a great, intro. Like
I agree, because in that intro, right, when we get into the conversation between Landon and Taylor, in that conversation where we learn about Dodge is out to seek adventure, which is what Landon is saying, and Landon and Skipper or Taylor tells Landon of like, you're the youngest here and you know you wanted to be the last man around, and now that she's gone, aren't you happy? You're happy about that. You're going to last longer. And then we find out, but it all came out. It did not feel, and you know that I'll bring up when it feels like exposition. It wasn't. It came so naturally when they were like looking for water. And then that conversation came about so naturally where he digs into him and he's like, man, Taylor, just like let off it already. And then we learn Taylor does not give a flying F about other people.
Right.
And we learn so much about him in that. And also about Landon and Dodge too, even though we don't really get to hear much of a conversation from them after. We learn so much about our lead character in that little tiny conversation that we were there.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like exposition at all. And that, even though it was a slow burn, they chose just the right moment to feed us that information. And I really love that. I think that's what makes this such a good film.
Absolutely. And just to your point, I mean, because when we heard him laughing maniacally after Landon
like,
had
what the heck?
you know, just kind of paying his respects to Stewart, I believe her name was.
Yes.
And then he starts laughing, and I'm like, why is he laughing like that? And then again, you insert the exposition, which again, like you said, organically and naturally done.
And we learn.
Like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. He's still a little bit like off, but still that makes, for his character, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
And it sets up an arc for his character now when he starts giving a shit about Nova and just other characters. And also, too, he doesn't want to see, I forget her name, the ape that...
Zira.
Zira?
Yeah.
Okay. And Cornelius and then her nephew, like, he's actually caring for others. And I think, it's properly earned his character development. Like I actually bought it the way he like,
Me too.
you know, just in a insane society that he's witnessing here. Like I could buy like his development like that because I thought that was a proper way to go.
I agree.
Also, too, I really found it fascinating seeing the contrast in ideologies with Zira.
Yes.
With Zira and Dr. Zaius.
Yeah.
Yes. Just like the power threat, he felt like an intelligent man. How dare you have that? And then, but she's like an a man psychologist, I guess you would call her animal psychologist. But I found that fascinating. Like that, it had interesting interactions between the two of them. Just seeing their
going back and forth.
Going back and forth, but also too, again, just seeing like the way they think about man and just the differences between them. I found that very fascinating, those interactions. I thought the delivery from the actors were great, but I found like the dialogue to be so interesting as well.
Agreed. The script is written so smartly because we know that with that maniacal laugh and him Landon burying the flag, that could have happened immediately. He maniacally laughs and like in a crappier script, they would have gone like, I get it, you don't care about human beings, but I'm planting this for her. But it didn't. We let him laugh, we walk it out, and that conversation comes up more naturally for us to find out about our lead character. And I also agree that conversation, that whole courtroom conversation, we learned a lot. Yeah. And like you said, this was already pre-planned, and then we find out it was pre-planned. They had already made their decision, and that really makes, as an audience member, angry. I mean, for me, I was like, come on, guys. Everything that they're saying, you're not even giving them a chance at all. Yeah. And they had great arguments time after time, especially when Cornelius steps in and talks about the Forbidden Zone, how he went about a year ago and is showing proof that there's other life that exists. And I was so glad that finally I knew we would have to go there, that we would have to break him out. We'd have to go there, see what they discovered. And that was a lot of fun to discover that. And when they discover the doll, I didn't know this in the beginning of Barbie. You know, when they have those dolls and in the beginning of Barbie, they're like smashing them. That is a callback to this movie, and I didn't know what that fully meant because I hadn't seen this. But then I'd see that doll, and I went, oh, yes, now I see the inspiration of that it's these little girls, like, right, crushing the dolls that look very, and in this Planet Apes-esque setting.
Do you see, guys? I'm not the only one who come up with references on this channel. It's also Tara as well. She came up with the Bright Eyes and Rise of the Planet Apes.
True.
Two.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yeah.
But no, for sure, good callbacks he came up with too. Also, too, we were talking about him not caring about others. Do you remember the reaction we got from Taylor, Charlton Heston's character, when he saw what they had done, the lobotomy with Landon again, when he's laughing maniacally to Stuart, one of his teammates from Asnar, whatever it's called, and then he saw what they had done to Landon. Yeah. Obviously, he had viewed Landon not only as a teammate but also like kind of his life support line there, like in terms of like, hey, I got to show that there's someone like me that can talk. But still, it wasn't even that kinship too. It was just like, oh my God, one of my teammates, like. Again, there's that character development. I care about this human being. I'm like, what have you done to him?
Exactly.
I'm like,
when he's like, you did this. We felt it.
I bought that reaction from someone laughing maniacally to one of his teammates earlier. And then also, too, I remember we passed by Dodge. I think he reacted, again, everything happened so quickly, but at least we reacted to seeing Dodge in that museum. I was not expecting that, I guess. But like them putting up, guys who have been mutilated and deleted into that museum. That's an interesting touch of dominance. Yeah. So that was fascinating. I really dug the score by Jerry Goldsmith. That guy's just been dominating the music sphere for so long. So really powerful score. There were times where I was just like, just from his beat, like there was ominous and frightening moments that just got my heart racing. Just again, building up suspense with his music. Also too, we gotta praise that, especially in 1968, that makeup was amazing. The Ape makeup. Unbelievable.
Special effects, bravo.
Yeah, and I thought the actors, again, we talked about during the reaction, they did such a phenomenal job, especially Cornelius and Zira.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep forgetting your name, people.
Yep.
I thought they did a phenomenal job just expressing and emoting their facial reactions.
I agree.
I so appreciate. I could always tell. Again, special thanks to those actors, just from what they were feeling and what they were thinking.
Yeah.
And you could just see like the doubts that they had from Dr. Zaius and how he felt about, again, ideology speaking, and also too how much they believed in Taylor and his intelligence. I'm like, I could just see that on their facial reactions. Just even if I was watching this as a silent film with no dialogue, I could understand what they were thinking.
Yeah.
And that's the power of good acting.
Yeah, I agree, because a lot of it always with good actors comes from the eyes. You can sort of read it, comes from here, but then also facial expressions. And to do that through makeup is also, it's not easy at all. So like hats off to that. And God, what was I had another thought about, yes, the makeup, obviously, like, yeah, we should give more props to that, because truly, even now, there are sometimes when you make a creature and stuff like that now that we're seeing a lot of CGI stuff what was the movie that I just watched that I was like, those all look practical, and I was losing my mind about it because it's a newer movie, and I went, newer movies don't do that. There's a lot of, and I really appreciate this going back to practical effects, just like the ship. I was like, that's real.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And these master shots that I was like, I think you might be right. And that one, I was like, maybe it's a miniature that they used for one shot. The rest of it was very real in the water. The ship comes out, them climbing out of it. I mean, just
fantastic.
All of it was just, it's so good for its time. And that's what makes it so exciting. I wish that movies would still try to strive for that now, even though I know it's like we can fix it in post or we can use CGI, but I'm like, the practical stuff is so much better.
I'm with you. I don't mind a little CGI here and there. I just think I've always said this, and I will continue to say this: Terminator 2 and Jurassic Park. I think those are the staples for doing it the perfect way of blending practical and CGI. If you balance them out the right way,
absolutely,
it brings about the illusion that there is no CGI. You know what I mean? Again, it's all about balance. But if you overstuff it with CGI, it's just going to take away the illusion a little bit or a lot.
And Chucky, actually, because I've been watching the Chucky series, you guys know, Chucky does a good job of that. I mean, I just watched 5.
Kevin Yeager.
Some of that feels in the beginning sort of like a video game, like it's digital, of when there's a POV and he's walking up the room, but then you cut to those animatronics, which are amazing. Yeah. I mean, bravo. But like, in this, it's like we don't even have animatronics. These are real people, makeup, all very, very practical, which just made you more invested in it.
Yeah.
And the sets were outrageously beautiful. Like, wow. I mean, it's beautiful not only to look at, but just that you're taking us on this adventure to new places that still feel very ancient.
For sure. And also they feel so lived in too. And I just like, it feels like an environment that, you know, apes that are this dominant and this intelligent would live in. Like, they absolutely nailed the look of it. And I loved, again, like you just said, all the locations. Like, even at the beginning when we were getting the setup to walking to where we were, it felt like a character in itself, the environment, like just breathe, like a breathing character itself, like that we were getting used to. So they really nailed it with all the production. Like, there wasn't one set where I was like, nah, they got it wrong.
God,
they nailed all the production design on this film. Like,
really
everything
did.
was tight, so shotly. The dialogue was fantastic. The characters were great. There were just so many. And again, I loved the story. I just thought it was such an interesting take. Again, Caesar's my goat. I love the arc he goes through. Like, I was so damn invested in that storyline. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite trilogies ever. But this was also a cool take on it too. It's interesting to go from that to this. But I do like, again, the reverse of now man are the beast and now, you know, apes are the intelligent ones. I think that's a fascinating way to do the story as well. So,
it's a big metaphor for like indigenous people being like wiped out, right?
Absolutely.
There's a lot of metaphors in this, and I'm sure he's looking up trivia now. But I mean, overall, I'm like, yeah, this movie 10 out of 10 for me. Absolutely great. I think I saw it pop up when it went back to the screen that it said 2-time Oscar nominee, which I'm like, yeah, it should.
Wow, high rating on this film. 8.0 out of 10. That's a high-ass rating.
I mean, it should be. Like, in everything that I'm saying, I'm like, this is 1968. There are movies being made today that are not as good, and we have more technology.
Yeah.
Like, that don't look as good, that don't sound as good. I am like, the time and the effort put into this movie, whoever was involved in regards to DP, sound, direction, that is a lot of work when you're on film to set up a camera at a different angle for like every 7 seconds to have a different angle of the same shot.
Yeah.
You guys don't understand how difficult that is. I do think it was easier in those master long shots. We are using natural light.
Absolutely.
But when we get into the close-ups, where there has to be, you know, a reflector there and possibly plug-in lights. Maybe not. Maybe it was just a reflector and the camera's close. We could utilize and not have as many gaffers, but that doesn't change the fact that we still had a lot of crew.
And when we were on the canyon in a wide shot and there's no effect of ADR, I'm like, how did, in 1968, how did, and films that are coming out to,
don't even sound that good.
I'm like, how did you do that?
Right? And I'm like, maybe it was the real echo and being that canyon, right? Using a boom, being loved up, really adding those sounds together and utilizing that could be. But truly, I'm like, yes, it totally deserves an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this movie's great.
Let's really quick before we get into the trivia. I'm curious how you feel. I thought that twist with the Statue of Liberty at the end, like, and also the fact, not only that, it's obviously the twist is he's on Earth the entire time. He has not gone off to a different. I thought that was so fascinating and stuff. And again, we were not around in 1968. We don't know the type of films that were coming out back then,
right?
Or if twists were such a thing. But I thought that was.
Oh, it was a great twist. Even though from the audience's point of view, we're all looking at it like that looks like the Grand Canyon-esque or a Utah or a state that we're all used to.
Right.
But them setting it up initially of like we might be on a Martian land, but then they're like, wait, we don't have to use the air is breathable and the water we're over here, that we're kind of getting more Earth-like. But then once we run into the apes, we're thinking, wait, are we on a different island somewhere far away from Earth, a totally different planet that is just not evolved? And it's like, no, it's kind of devolved from where we were at into where we are now. I did not see that coming.
That was the fascinating part to me.
When he's like, you blew it all to hell.
Yeah, because obviously, like, from the landmass, we're seeing, like, okay, this could be Earth, but then when we're seeing, like, okay, apes that are now extremely intelligent like that, obviously we had seen the trilogy, but still, like, this is different, different time and all that. So, like, we're probably not on Earth. And also, we were in space, which we were not in the original trilogy.
We don't know where we actually landed. There could be other planets where it's breathable, looks like that, right?
For sure. So, I just thought it was a wonderfully done twist. And it's not, we're going to subvert expectations just to subvert. Like, this is a well-done twist that fits in with the storyline.
Like, and to pick the one, like, what's going to be the one prop that the audience kind of sees and goes like, that's a Statue of Liberty, when he goes, oh, you burned it all to hell, or whatever he says at the end, that we're getting there. We're like, let us see the flip, that it is that.
And that was
wow. And then we're like, we are here.
Yeah.
That was a great twist.
I was going to say, too, and fascinating reaction by Charlton Heston. And also, again, by the actress who plays Nova.
Yeah.
No reaction because... Shit, what does she know about?
Doesn't know.
So that was a good contrast between the two reactions right there. So
he's like the last man of his kind that would remember this stuff.
Yeah, for sure. All right, shall we get into some trivia? Okay, so during breaks in filming, actors made up as different ape species tended to hang out together. Gorillas with gorillas, orangutans with orangutans, chimps with chimps. It wasn't required. It just naturally happened.
No way.
That's so funny.
That's great.
Oh, God. I wish I was alive to be on set to see that.
That's great.
This is an interesting environment we're on.
Right.
We're gonna be method here, even when the cameras are rolling.
Yeah, I know, right?
Roddy McDowall, however you say it, an experienced actor, recommended to his companions in makeup that they should frequently add ticks, blinks, and assorted facial gestures to add a sense of realism and keep the makeup from appearing mask-like. McDowall reportedly became a merry prankster with the makeup, driving home with his makeup on and shocking some of the other drivers on the freeway. While doing the Planet of the Apes television series, Roddy surprised Carol Burnett when he showed up on the Jackson 5 and Roddy McDowall in full Galen makeup while he was taping her intro, talking to the audience. Oh, that's so great.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's great with the freeway story and all that other. But yeah, there were some, like, Cornelius had some tics. I noticed. I'm like, I love this character trait.
Yeah.
Like, I love stuff like that. And obviously, I assume you've seen The Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, it's one of my top 10, baby.
Like that, there's that tick that he does. Like
Yes.
I love when actors do stuff like
Then
that.
they make those
It's very
choices.
memorable for me.
Absolutely.
I mean, personally, but
and I have to just say, there was one time, it was only a couple years ago, I was on set for a horror, and we had to put blood on my face and in my hair.
Yeah.
But I was filming at my friend's house, and I was like, I'm not going to take a shower here. I'll just drive myself home. But I was starving, you guys. So I drove through McDonald's,
With
and I
blood?
knew, yes, because I was like, what am I going to wipe it off with my hands? I just had to go. I drove up to the window, and I saw his face was like, and
Are
I was
you
like,
okay?
I was like, it's okay. I'm an actor. I was filming. I was like, I'm just hungry. Like, I'm not good at trying to play a bad joke like that. I'm like, no, I'm good. I didn't kill anybody. Just got off set. But I think that's great what he did.
And just to your story too, really quick before I read a couple more.
Yeah.
I believe I saw too on YouTube a while back that Arnold Schwarzenegger in his Terminator makeup with his face like half he went to like a couple restaurants, and again, this is the first one where people had not yet seen the movie.
Know yet.
And people like saw him like, what the hell is going on
They're
right
like,
now?
he's
Like
a future man.
Yeah, right. So
Wow.
this is a cool one. You're gonna like this one.
Okay, let's do it.
At one of the first test screenings, a woman walked up to Charlton Heston and asked him how he was doing. Heston had no idea or clue who this was until she revealed that she was Kim Hunter, Zira. He did not recognize her because he had not previously seen her without ape makeup on.
That's the best trivia.
You believe that one?
Oh,
That's
my
awesome.
goodness. That is a great story.
I love that.
That's great.
I just wish, I wish I was there for that interaction.
For his, who
are you? Oh, you don't remember me?
Right.
We've been acting together the last 3 months.
Exactly.
You just don't recognize my face.
Oh, that's great.
But don't you recognize my voice?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got 3 more I'll do.
All right, let's do it.
There were 3 other endings suggested for the film's climax, but the one favored by Charlton Heston ultimately won out. I'm curious what those
What
2
were
other
the other
endings.
ones? They didn't tell us?
They didn't tell us.
Dang
Maybe
it.
you guys can I'm sure some of
Let
you
us
all
know if you
research
know
this if you
that.
know.
Yeah.
You called this one. It says the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil gag was entirely ad-libbed on the set. On the day of shooting, it was kept in because people found it amusing when the film was threatening to get too serious.
Oh, it's absolutely, and it's still like there's gonna be some audience members that don't even notice it because they kind of are making moves that we don't until they settle in being upset. That they freeze in those positions. Oh, so good. Love that ad lib.
Okay. Charlton Heston was extremely sick during much of the filming with the flu.
Oh my gosh.
Rather than wait, I couldn't even tell watching. Rather than wait for him to get better, the producers felt that his hoarse voice added something to the character of Taylor. According to Charlton Heston's diary, after filming the scene where Taylor and Nova are forcibly separated, he wrote that he was feeling like hell while shooting because of his illness and felt even worse every time that damn fire hose hit me. Well, we even talked about how horrible that hose must have been, but now knowing he had the flu and was feeling like hell.
That has to be, that's terrible. And we all know that water is not heated up and it's rough.
Yeah.
And wow, good on you. Like, you deserve a raise on that,
Okay,
buddy.
this is the last one I'm going to read. So producer Arthur P. Jacobs enlisted several journalists to play background apes. This was a clever way of ensuring that they would write about the film. Interesting. That's a smart way to get promotion.
That is so smart.
Yeah.
Wait, why are films not doing that now?
Yeah,
To be like, hey,
free
journalists, do you
promotion.
want to be in the background of this movie
Yeah.
for a big director?
I've never heard of that. That's cool.
That is so smart. But then again, sometimes you don't want them to see behind the scenes, right?
If there's a chaotic,
If there's some juice that goes down that
like,
you don't
we
want
don't
out
want you
there.
here. Yeah, back then
Right.
he's like, hey, I know we got a hit on our hands, and we want people to
Yes.
know about this. We want the. I thought that was an interesting move.
It's funny because now it's sort of the reverse. Like when they were filming Barbie, it was like there was one person who was on set because it was a closed set who got that picture of Margot Robbie and what's his hot man nuts from the Notebook.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, thank you. That they got that one picture in their 90s gear and leaked it. It was the first thing that we ever saw.
Right.
And you're like, oh, we're so against that now, that everything has to be so secretive before it comes out. But Maybe also we had better like morals back then where the journalists are like, I'm not going to leak this because then again, you couldn't. We didn't have cell phones. So you're like, you're going to put it in the paper maybe the next day, but then you'd be fired.
Right.
Right? So
it'd be obvious in 1968, someone with the big camera.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's really smart. That's great. I love this movie. It was
fun
a lot of fun to watch. The twist at the end is great. I love kind of the Bright Eyes callback and just the metaphorical callback to like society, but also to what we eventually see in the new trilogies.
And I can't wait. I mean, you let us know in the comments section. By the way, we forgot to mention it earlier. If you're listening to us on Apple or Spotify, please 5 stars for Tara.
5 stars.
Do it for her, not for me.
Do it for me. Do it for
her.
us.
She deserves it for the whole team here.
I always forget to say that.
It's okay. That's why I'm here. I'm just kidding. No,
that's why he's
you
here.
did the references today, so I had to remember that.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, let us know in the comments if I don't know if we're gonna have time, but if you want us to continue on this. There's a lot more films, apparently. I don't know how many more.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there's quite a few more. I know we are eventually going to do the new film that's going to be coming out when it does eventually get on VOD. So I can't wait for that one.
I cannot wait.
I'm so excited because I believe it follows the trilogy we had just done. So, yes. But let us know in the comment section, what did you think of this film? And if you would like us to do more, I'm sure Greg and John will consider it.
Yes, leave a comment, share the crap out of this. We love you guys so much, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.